and our continued exploration of the Sbyke Bike for Ageless Vitality. Now, Wowza and I have developed a webcast series on Ageless Vitality. Actually, we took all of her different programs and we filmed for a year, once a week for a year. And we covered many different things, but today we're going to share some of the foundational secrets to Ageless Vitality using the Sbyke Bike. And Wowza's had some time to explore with it. The last time, if you watched some of our prior clips, you'll have seen that she started to show me some other things you do on the Sbyke Bike other than just ride it. And some of the foundational, amazing things that I love about this bike is it starts to help you balance left and right brain.
Yes.
And it helps you tap into flow. It helps you with your spine, shift the way you align your body. So the bike actually puts you into the ideal state to be ageless in your body.
Yeah.
So if you would share with us a little of the exciting things that you do on this that I never would have dreamed of.
Well, excitement is the key, and thank you. I mean, it is so exciting playing. The words play, having fun, enjoyment, pleasure, I feel really has so much been written out of our vocabulary.
Well, I agree.
You know, and I'm going to be 78 next month,
Wow.
and that's the one thing that I want to share. Let's bring those words, the feelings behind those words, back into our lives. Because we need to have more fun,
Absolutely.
exploring new and different ways of being. And this is just the most perfect vehicle.
You know, when I go down the street with this and people are looking at me, they see that I can take a mundane exercise of going to the post office and turn it into a quick little sprint of play. Exactly. And that's the exciting thing about this bike. But show me some of the things, balance.
Well, when I first got on it, which wasn't too long ago, you know, it was like, woo! And then I started to play just with the balance like this. Right now, I'm putting more emphasis on my ankles and my feet because in turning, you do a lot with your feet. And so that was kind of fun.
Yeah.
And then, you know, using the handlebars, but I'm noticing that a lot of people put so much pressure and tension with the bike when they first get on it. And so I do help people actually tense release, tense release, tense
Now that's
release.
one of the things, one of the key pieces that in your Ageless Vitality program is
contrast.
Understanding how to contrast the way you hold your body and tighten it up even harder.
Exactly.
So just being conscious of how hard you're and
you
go
know,
overboard with it.
Because when you're tensing, you hold your breath, and you're not having much fun. And you're worried, and you're concerned about falling, and being awkward and stupid and silly, which makes you fall. Right. But the moment you go, wait a minute, I'm going to have fun with this. And so just actually amplifying that little bit of jiggle in there is wonderful for balance. The other thing, and then playing forward and back, and there's a little bit of uplift on the board itself, and it just is so helpful for coming into a beautiful posture with the support of gravity.
Beautiful.
And Ageless Vitality is the idea that gravity can uplift us, our body, our very spirit, rather than tear us down and age us, right?
Well, you know, that's interesting. You cannot be, you know, grumpy or angry on the Sbyke Bike. It really has to put you in the state of upliftment.
And yet it is fun, you know, like I love to play with arcing and rounding. The other key to Ageless Vitality is a very flexible, adaptable, fluid spinal column.
Yes.
And so, see that we can explore, we can experiment, we can jiggle and wiggle our spine, you know, and certainly have more fun, and to stay more limber. Yeah. And then the other thing too is this thing of falling and what most people are worried about. And so I have people intentionally
fall,
and then make it into a little fitness. Woo, whoop. You know, and so you notice the sound effects, which to me is a huge key that has been so drummed out of us. That you stop that silly noise. And it isn't silly noise. It's our feelings, and it's our feelings of our instinctual nature that let us know, you know, to be slow down, careful, there's some stones in the road or a big dip. You know, so I listen a lot and encourage my sound to literally be the divining rod to me down the street. You know, so that's one really cool thing, you know, to play with. So besides the falling off and on, also just even dangling the legs. Most of the time we have lots of problems in hip tension and lower back pain. And so just by dangling the leg like this, and then see, even without moving too much, you can get an idea of what the feel is when you're actually riding this thing.
So you're helping to build your skill of how to be on this bike in effortless flow.
Absolutely. And then see, even balancing the other side, and one side is usually a little easier.
Yeah,
and
I was just going to say, one side is tenser than the other.
What is this? So you're balancing, just really getting a nice sense of balance throughout your entire body. Oh, and then to breathe as the wind, and again, have fun. And I encourage people just to sigh out, and the sighing getting longer and longer as you begin to glide down that road.
Well, that was wonderful. These are just a few of the techniques and the tips that, God, I spent 15 years learning with Wowza, and don't take them lightly. Anyway, I look forward to you joining us on a Sbyke for Ageless Vitality trip with Wowza, and with some of the other students that are training with her with the Ageless Vitality series. And we look forward to you joining us in a live interactive webcast as you learn techniques to Ageless Vitality. And at 77, 78 next month, if I could look like that at 77, I'm sign me up. So we look forward to spending time with you as we start to explore spiking for Ageless Vitality.
Great.
Yeah.